the dry end of my bed, desperate for a couple more hours. But it's hard to sleep when your mind is racing and your toes are damp. I must have drifted off, because I wake to my alarm, confused as to why I'm sleeping upside down. My room looks completely different from this perspective. Out of the window I see the promise of another grey spring day, and the spider plant on my windowsill looks even browner and sicklier than it did yesterday. The plant was a gift from my dad, along with the now drooping yucca in the corner. He's convinced that indoor plants help stave off depression and anxiety. Ironically, keeping them alive until his next visit has become a major source of anxiety for me. Dad assured me, "You can't kill spider plants, they thrive on neglect." But I seem to have managed it. These plants feel like canaries in a coal mine, a litmus test for inhospitable living conditions. Wrapping a towel around myself, I head to the bathroom, which I find occupied. It is always occupied. I tap, then call through the door. "It's Lucy! Are you going to be long?" If it's Emily or Zoya, they'll be quick, but Julian might be hours. I want to know if it's worth waiting or if I should go and make myself a cup of tea. "Just having a shave," Julian calls back. Great. That means the sink will be full of tiny bristles and there'll be shaving foam all over the hand towel. "The ceiling in my room is leaking again," I tell him. "That's annoying," says Julian lightly, his tone failing to convey the true scale of quite how annoying it is, especially for the person who sleeps beneath said ceiling. As I'm standing in the corridor having a conversation with the bathroom door, a man emerges from Emily's room. He's tall, with peroxide blonde hair and a huge tattoo of an eagle in the middle of his chest.
"Hi, I'm Ezekiel,"
he says, giving me a sheepish wave.
"Friend of Em's?"
"Hi," I say, hurriedly pulling my towel up to make sure it's adequately covering my chest.
"Is the bathroom free?"
he asks with a yawn, slowly stretching his long, pale arms above his head. He has the languid manner of a man who is not in a rush to be anywhere, unlike me, who has a job to get to. Bit of a cue, I'm afraid. Making small talk with one of Em's random shags is not my favourite thing to do in the morning, so I head through to the kitchen, where I find Betty, Julian's on-off girlfriend, boiling 3 saucepans on the stove. Whatever she's making, it smells like a horse died in a ditch, then someone boiled up the ditch water with a few herbs. I have nothing against Betty as a person, but she's always here, always batch cooking. And the flat is hardly big enough for 4 of us, let alone Betty and all her mason jars. "Morning, Betty. What's cooking?" I ask brightly. One of my greatest qualities is that I can be polite and jovial even when I'm feeling grumpy and furious. Hiding how you really feel is an essential skill, especially when you live in a busy flat share. No one wants to live with a moaning Mary. Before Betty can answer, I hear the bathroom door click open, and I dart back into the corridor to get in there before Em's conquest. He's still hovering outside Em's door, but I manage to launch myself into the bathroom first. "Sorry, desperate," I say, crossing my legs and giving him an apologetic eye roll. As predicted, the sink looks like an army of miniature hedgehogs molted in it, and there is no loo roll. Again. Luckily, I have a secret tissue stash, hidden in my wash bag for just such Oh. Someone found my secret tissue stash. When I draw back the mouldy shower curtain, I find the bath full of very large, very real bones, and stagger back in horror, thwacking my head on the towel rail. Ow! What the hell? Is someone trying to dissolve a body in acid? As if this flat weren't sordid enough. "You okay?" a voice calls from the corridor. Backing out of the nightmare-inducing scene of death and decay, I hurry back to the kitchen. "Why is there a body in the bath?" I demand.